What was on? This Faneo. I'm here at Black Writers Weekend at Lit Diaries, and this is a 4-day weekend. Today is the first day, which is Thursday, and it's just a creative space for a lot of creators, writers, authors, publishers, producers to come together and network. Even if you're not one of them, this is an event you still will want to be a part of because it might possibly throw you in that field, and you might start tapping into it. So I'm here to provide the media coverage. I'm here to network. I'm here to, do my thing, get some interviews, and let's see what happens. So keep standing their chest, because failure is not an option. Yes, Lord, we shall receive. So you got Faneo, and who do I have the pleasure of speaking with?
Tamika Newhouse.
Nice to meet you, Miss Tamika.
Nice to meet you as
so
well.
Can you tell the audience where are we at currently?
Well, you guys are currently at my creative wellness house. It's called Lit Diaries, which is short for literary, and then diaries because it's a safe space for you to express and create.
Interesting. So why is it important for you to put on an event like this?
Well, honestly, when they don't put us in the room that we want to be in, we have to create our own spaces. And so that's what I ultimately did. I want people to win. I want to connect the dots for them. And so I insert myself into their journey of trying to reach their success. And so that's what I did.
So how did you get in position for you to be able to put an event together like this?
Get into position? Yeah. I put myself there.
Come on, speak on that.
I'm just saying. So when it comes to like the books I wanted to publish, the films I wanted to create, the people I wanted to meet, I did that. Not by chance.
Ooh.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
so I share the stage. I share my work. So when I connect the dots, I bring it into my work.
Okay.
And then I invite other artists to come and be a part of it. So it's like, hey, I got such and such over here. You want to meet them? Come on. That's what I do.
Okay. And so what are people getting when they come to an event like this?
They get relationships, as valuable information. They get resources. And a lot of them sometimes get opportunities that they would not have not been able to get if they were someone else. So it's often you see events like this where people want to curate conversations, conferences, all of that because they want to be, known. They want to be popular. They want to be like, oh yes, I did this, I did that. But honestly, it's not about me. So this is why you don't see my name on nothing. So you see Black Writers Weekend, but it don't say Tamika Newhouse on nothing.
Come on.
You see Lit Diaries up here, but it don't say Tamika Newhouse.
Right.
And Lit Diaries, it don't say none of that. So I really do this work because I actually enjoy seeing people connect the dots for themselves. So it's valuable for them. It's not wasted time. And I do not put people on my stage that talks about how they made it. Because we don't want to hear about how you made it.
How you made it, right?
That don't make sense for me. So I actually curate those conversations. I make sure the people that I bring in actually have value and they actually mean well and they're genuine. Yeah.
And where can people find the Black Writers Weekend event at or social media?
Well, it's Black Writers Weekend everywhere. I try to make it simple for those that are lazy. So what was it again? Black Writers Weekend. You black, you a writer, and it's a weekend.
It is a weekend. Ooh.
Simple. Black Writers Weekend, y'all, everywhere. On the website, social media, TikTok, and then everything is my name too. Tamika Newhouse. Like, Tamika who? The girl that had the new house. Tamika Newhouse. That's how you remember name.
And this is the first day of the weekend?
Yes, it's the first day, and this is my first year actually doing it for 4 days. Normally I do it for 3.
Congrats.
But the Pitch Fest element, which is where I bring in producers, filmmakers, it had to be extended because we always get so many submissions. So I add on an extra day to give people the opportunity to pitch their manuscripts.
Y'all hear that?
So now it's 4 days. And it's a lot of work, y'all, to get people here and interested to hear y'all pitches. I have to actually email these people like, hey, I got this going on, and I'm bringing in writers. They need these opportunities. Will you come and listen to their content? That takes a lot. And they also have to find value in what you're doing. Just because you're saying, hey, I'm doing this, I mean they're going to want to be a part of it.
Correct.
So it's a lot of work to get people interested in the work that you're doing. It's a lot, y'all.
And last question. So the people who may not have put in an application or know about it, can they still come for these next few days?
They can because a lot of events are free.
Okay.
So, but it really is, if you want to get into like the mixers, the master classes, the workshops, the pitch fest, those are things that you have to actually pay for. But some of the opportunity, like the conversations, like the book signings, a lot of those things are open and free. Like tonight's conversation is open to the public. So you can, because sometimes people can't afford some of these tickets or they don't want to invest in you just yet. They want to see what you got going on. They want to kind of get their feet wet.
Yeah.
I get that all the time. That's fine. Come on in anyway. That's fine. We're going to still be here. We're going to figure out a way to keep this going.
Thank you. I appreciate the interview.
I appreciate you coming out and supporting.
Oh, yeah,
this is an example of if I'm doing a good job, that means people like you going to show up. to talk about it.
Thank you.
So I appreciate you supporting me.
Yes, ma'am.
And then let me know how I can support you.
That sounds good. We
All
got
right.
that.
Teamwork.
So,
See, that's how we do. This is what we do. This is community, y'all.
community.
You figure out what your value is, what they value is, and then you connect the dots. It's not about me. It's not about you. It's about us.
Mm-hmm.
And I try to lead by example.
Let's do it. And
Okay.
we're going to do this together. So
Yes, we are.
We out. See y'all. And who do I have the pleasure speaking with?
My name is Royale.
Royale.
Yes, Royale Moon.
Is that your?
That's my real name. But if you want to catch me on Instagram, it is royalty ROYELTY.0.
Okay, so we're at the Black Riders Weekend, and this building that we're having
Yes.
Black Riders Weekend, she has all of her paintings and drawings here. Can you explain a little bit about
Yes, so Lit Diaries is my baby. I've been here since before any of the paint was on the wall, helping Tamika come up with a lot of the events and helping kind of execute those. But as well, she gave me the opportunity to host my art in here as well, and kind of help with getting the artists. I am over the art house, which is on Saturday. So that will be my first kind of curated show. But yes, that's what I do here.
And how long have you been doing this?
So I've been doing art for about 10 years, but I have not put myself out until this February. That was the first time that I have put myself out, and it was encouraged by Tamika herself. She first hired me to go to an art show to find art to put in here, and that inspired me to put myself out there and kind of go for it as well.
But why now though? I mean, even though she said it, you could have still be,
Truly, I didn't believe in myself. And that's kind of like the beauty of Lit Diaries. Lit Diaries, it doesn't only instill a community, but it helps you grow into yourself and believe in your art and your creativity as well. So
So being a part of an event like this, why do you, want to be a part of this? Pretty much.
Again, like I said, it's a community. This is bigger than just a bookstore or a place that's hosting a couple events. It's an entire community, and when you come here, you feel like home, and it makes you committed to what she does here. And honestly, when I come here, a lot of the women that are in here, like they got their stuff together, and it makes you want to be like, let me get me together. So yeah.
So what's the feeling like when you're sitting there with a blank canvas and you having to create something?
A lot of the times prior to me even purchasing the canvas, I know what I'm going to paint on that canvas. It's kind of like, I don't want to sound cliche, but those pictures are always ordained by God before I put it on the canvas. It's that. Like I'm already driven to know what I want to do. I might not know exactly what colors I'm going to use until I get there and sit down, but I know my goal at the end of that picture being created.
Awesome. Okay. And your paintings and drawings, is that on your social media?
Yes, it is on my social media. Again, royalty ROYELTY.0. You can find me on Instagram.
And I guess last question. I know you mentioned you said you didn't believe in yourself. There's a lot of audience and viewers watching. What is something you would tell them to believe in themselves or something like that?
If it's up to you, you will never be good enough. If it's up to you, you will never have to drive to do it. But because that thought is there, because that creativity is there, and you took the time to even start, that means that you need to take the time to put yourself out there as well. You're not starting for empty reasons. You're starting because God told you to do it. So you need to be obedient and move forward with that as well.
Thank you. Okay, we love to hear that. So this is Fanel, and we got
Royale.
And we out. Peace.
We out.
Ooh, that was not cool. So you got Fanel, and who do I have the pleasure of speaking with?
Kevin Weeks.
Hey, Mr. Kevin, he fresh, he nice. Hey, you looking good.
Thank you. Thank you.
Can you tell the people where we at right now?
We're here at the part of the Black Writers Weekend, and right here is this is the Lit Diary, and they're doing some pitching here. I'm not pitching today. I come here to network, come to meet people like Mr. Chanel, and get to know the industry.
Respect. So what do you do?
I'm a published writer.
Published writer. Interesting. So the audience that may not
right here.
So the audience that may not know what a published writer is, can you explain that?
Okay. A published writer is a writer who has taken his book from a galley and put it into a full-fledged book, to a manuscript, because you have stages that you have to go through. A galley, you got to know what a galley is. The difference between a manuscript. And then once you finish your galley and go into the manuscript form, and then your book goes into production for being published. And then next thing you know, you got your piece in your hand.
Hey, that's nice. How you got started with that?
Man,
you give me a small short story. It don't have to be the full thing.
Well, I actually started by hearing a lot of guys' war stories in the streets, and I was like, I ain't really been through nothing. One guy challenged me. I didn't see myself being a writer, and he challenged me, and I actually produced my first book to the Street Life Series brand.
Okay.
And the main character is Tico Jackson. Out of Philadelphia, West Philadelphia.
Okay, all right, respect. Where you from?
I'm really from Philadelphia, but I'm here in ATL.
Okay. How long have you been here?
I've been here since 96.
Since 96? All right. A year after I was born. All right. OG. Okay. So you could be anywhere right now today. Why do you think it was important for you to come to an event like this?
Because my first book was written in 2006. My last one was written in 2010. And I haven't been in the industry since then. So once this came across the screen, I said, you know what? I think it's time for me to go ahead and start cranking up the Street Life series again. So I decided, let me go ahead and invest into myself and go ahead and get some of the knowledge and the people I'm going to be around networking. So this is what brought me here, and I'd rather be no place but here so I can go and propel my future forward as a writer.
Respect. Thank you. Well, I appreciate your time, Mr. Kevin.
No problem at all.
Yes, sir.
All right. Yeah.
We out. And who do I have the pleasure of speaking with?
Vincent C. Davis.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So can you let the people know where we at right now?
We are at Black Writers Weekend, the film day. We just did our Pitch Fest.
Okay.
Yep.
And so what is someone like you doing here at this event?
I am a writer. Actually, I just got back into writing. It's been 4 years now that I just got back into it. Yeah, so I started and then I got out of it. Life hit me, all that other stuff, and then one day it just hit me. I was like, I hate my job. And I saw this and I was like, okay, I'm going this weekend. So yeah.
What kind of push did you have? Like, was it just a job? Was it a friend telling you to come on? Was it the writer's strike?
No, the writer's strike did help me to like realize what was going on, but it really was just not really the job. I would say it was more so the monotony of everything every day, going to work, coming home, going to sleep, waking up, going back to work, and then I've always been more creative than that. So yeah.
And so why do you think it's important for you to come to an event like this as a writer?
So far, just today has been like one of the best weekends I've had in years.
Wow.
Yeah, connecting with so many other creative people, hearing about their creative journeys, what they're working on, giving me ideas on what to work on next, stuff like that. So yeah, I would say that's it.
So now that you jump back into writing, what are your steps on to maintain this momentum and not go back into that 4-year period?
I am completely driven not to go back into that. So really, I am just trying to, like I said here, connect.
Yeah.
I am networking with everybody. And then another thing, I started my own production company for audio dramas.
Right. Okay.
And so while I'm here, I'm connecting with a bunch of people who are writers who have stories. Seeing if they want to make theirs into an audio drama in any way, helping them out with that. And then also I did the Pitch Fest, so writing stories for films and all of that.
So for the audience, they may not know of the audio
drama.
Yeah, can you explain that?
Yeah, so an audio drama is a podcast.
Okay.
But not a podcast like a talk podcast. Think of it as a TV show only for your ears. So you listen to it and you use your imagination and you listen to the footsteps, to the ambiance of the wind, to the music behind it, all of that.
Okay,
cool. Yeah.
And where can the people find you at?
So you can find me on social media at the Mind of Vince, or you can go to my audio drama production program, unknownsquare.com.
Cool. So there you have it. You got Fanel and we got
Vincent C. Davis.
We out. So we got Fanel, and who do I have the pleasure speaking with?
Lindell King, aka Flame Gaza.
Nice to meet you. That's an interesting name. So can you tell the people what you're doing at this event?
Networking. I'm a writer / artist. I'm originally from New York,
Okay.
and I wanted to come out to network with people that's doing the same thing that I'm doing. So
Respect. So I didn't mention we have Black Writers Weekend. Can you tell the people why do you think it's important to? Why is it important to come to an event like this?
absolutely, it's important because whatever you're doing, you want to market yourself and you want to surround yourself with people that are doing the same thing you're doing that can either help you out and point you in a right direction that you need to go to, or you might be able to do the same thing for somebody else. So this event is very important. I'm very thankful I actually came here. It's my first year here. So
Okay, you said from New York. How long have you been in Atlanta?
I've been in Atlanta for about 12 years, 12, 13 years. You know what I'm saying?
So how did you build what you've built in these 12 years? Like, what were some steps you had to take when you first moved out here?
Oh man, when I first moved out here, there was a lot of stuff that I can't even mention
Yeah.
how I first came out here. But through the grace of God, I was able to stay focused after a while and start my own business and be able to start crafting what I really wanted to do, which was write books and write for other people, do music and stuff like that. So,
Okay. Can you tell the people some projects that you've worked on
well, you're
or
gonna
upcoming?
see. Yeah, well, you're gonna see. I got a book coming out very soon. Very soon. It's probably gonna come out by the end of this year. Also, I got a mixtape that's coming out. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying, for the next couple of months. You can find me at Winning Two Times. Follow Instagram, Facebook. You can also find me Lindell King underneath my real name. I can't say government because that's the name that was given to me by my old earth.
Respect.
So that's what I got going on. You're gonna see me real soon, real soon.
All right, you mentioned a book. Last question, you mentioned you wrote your own book.
Yeah.
So for people that's interested in writing their own book, like what you think they can do to start up doing something like that? Some advice you'll give them.
Discipline and just write. Even if you want to start 15 minutes a day or 15 minutes every 2 days, it don't matter when you start, just start. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to start writing 10, 15 pages a day or whatever. Just start small and then work up. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate your time. Thank you. So we got Fanel and we got
Many two times, aka Flame Gaza.
we out. See y'all.
All right.
Appreciate you, brother. You got Fanel and who do I have the pleasure speaking with?
I'm Vi Andrews.
Nice to meet you. So can you tell the audience where you at right now specifically?
Right now, I'm at the first night of the Black Writers Weekend here in Atlanta, Georgia.
And what do you do? Are you a writer yourself?
I'm not actually. I'm a producer, film producer. I'm also working marketing.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm speaking this weekend, helping folks learn about like what to do once you've done your product, once you've done your project, your film, your book, how to make sure your audience will see it.
And so, like I said, Black Writers Weekend,
Yeah.
by coming to an event like this, what do you look to gain from an opportunity like this?
The connections, the good work that's out there. I think it's super important to know, like, for writers that we have opportunities and outlets to get our stories told, put them out there, and also to get inspired by other people's work too.
That's true too.
I'm not a writer, but I'm a creative in other ways, and being inspired by the works that people are putting out there and seeing what's out there is super important.
Okay. How long have you been in this industry?
About 5 years.
5 years?
Yeah.
Okay. When did you know it was like
Yeah.
it's time?
I mean, I've always loved supporting creatives, especially writing, filmmaking. Always wanted to support them, but when I had the opportunity to work with creators from the production side of things, I have an idea, let me figure out how to help you get that into the actual reality. Then I realized that I was good at it and I liked it. I was like, okay, well, we got something here, let's keep it going.
Okay. And you mentioned a producer.
Yeah.
So for the audience, they may not know exactly what a producer is. Can you
So
explain
a
it?
producer within like filmmaking and like TV is somebody who will work with a writer or a director who has an idea and figuring out like the funding or the logistics to make sure that it actually becomes a thing. So connecting the writer and idea with a production team, with funding, with the director, a camera crew, to like make sure everybody is where they need to be to get that thing actually created.
Right. And why producer? You could have been.
Yeah,
most people want to be the face. They won't be the star.
I never really wanted to be in that realm. I really like to take the back seat the logistics part of it, really tapping into somebody who has an idea. And writers have so many great ideas that they're sitting on, and really connect them to the resources that they need to make it happen. Because everybody can have these ideas, but get stuck in figuring out how do we take it from my mind to actually connecting the team and connecting the money to make it actually happen.
Okay. And you know, there's that writer strike going on.
I do know. Yeah, it's a really hard time.
Yeah.
But it's really beautiful to see stuff like this happening where even in the midst of all that, and I mean, that's like the whole thing about Black people in general.
Yeah.
Like, in spite of, we still create, we still get stuff moving. And so that's what we're doing here.
Awesome. And where can the viewers find you at?
You can find me on Instagram. No, I'm joking. Yeah, for real. You can find me on Instagram at The Wise Vibe. And yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at.
Cool. Well, I appreciate your time.
Yeah.
So this is Vanille, and we got.
Bye.
We out here. We got Vanille, and who do I have the pleasure of speaking with?
My name's Lisa. You can find me Lisa Gets Lit.
Nice to meet you, Miss Lisa. So she mentioned she was a big reader. So
Yes.
how do you, step into that?
I love reading. It's been the only constant in my life. Like I've done so many different things, but reading has always been a passion of mine. So I read a lot, and I run a book club online called the Friends in Fiction Official Book Club with Brenda and Lisa. I'm the co-host. We have 19,000 members.
Dang.
And
where can people find the book club at?
We're on Facebook, and our back episodes are on YouTube. Yes, and we've had a diverse amount of authors on, and some of the nominees this weekend. We had Sadiqa Johnson on in March, and we had Jasmine Guillory on last year. So we do a big array of different genres.
Okay.
We try to open up our audiences to everything, and it's a lot of fun. It started out as just something during the pandemic or something to do, and we never thought it would grow into what it has. But it's so nice connecting readers and authors where they can talk to their favorite authors and ask questions about the books they love.
Okay. So you mentioned by you being a reader, what are some tips for people who read, but they may not comprehend what they read? They just read, and it's like, I don't even remember what I just read.
I have those moments too, and I read a lot. When I can't focus on the page, I do audiobooks. I listen to audiobooks sometimes in the car because life gets in the way now. We're all busy, and it's hard to really focus on a book like maybe we did when we were younger. I would suggest audiobooks, or you can do Fable Book Club. When you want to read a book, it allows you to highlight things you can go back to, or see other people's quote favorites and things like that. So
okay. So we're at Black Writers Weekend. What do you look to gain from an experience like this? Coming to
well, I love being surrounded by beautiful Black creatives and Black excellence. And I would like to learn some more things about writing, because I'm thinking about starting to write. I have an idea for a book. So
okay, I like that. I mean, that's kind of the next step. Read it and then write it. So that's pretty dope. And where can the audience find you at?
You can find me on Instagram at Lisa Gets Lit, same on TikTok. And I talk about books, I talk about life. I'm either lit reading a book or lit out with my friends. So come find me.
There we go. So we got Miss Lisa and we got Fanel. We out. See you. Y'all, this Fanel, and who do I have the pleasure of speaking with?
Ty Crawford.
Ty Crawford. I'll give y'all a small backstory. We met on film, on set, fantasy football. He left a little early. He had a big gig that he had to take. He was already speaking into existence. So can you tell the people, what it is that you do?
I do a lot of stuff. I write, direct, produce, stunt coordinate, do stunts. I was working as a stunt football player with you on that film.
Sure was.
I was also in the writer's room at Tyler Perry Studios. And because we had so many scripts due at the time, I had to choose one or the other. I couldn't do both, and writing comes before everything. So writing is my passion, my everything. Like, writing gives me life. Writing literally takes care of my life, man. It's my gift, man, and I'm just excited to share my gift, bro. that's all it is for me, man. The more writing I do, the happier I am, and God keeps blessing it so much. So
Yeah.
I plan on writing until I'm out of here.
Hey, I love it. No, I love it. And he's a former athlete.
Yeah.
So like, you went to school for it while you was playing college, or was it something you transitioned to after?
It was always there. Like I never went to school for it, but it was always there. So I ended up changing my major to journalism. I was playing my freshman year. I played football at Fort Valley, and my sophomore year, I got recruited to Georgia State and played up there. And at GSU, man, I ended up going to journalism as a minor. So I started writing more. And then I changed my major to communication, which is more writing.
Okay.
So I got to sharpen my tools. And then I just kept getting blessed to be in front of dope writers. And then when I started working for Mark Swinton, Mark E. Swinton is the vice president of Tyler Perry Studios. And bro, he's one of the best writers like that I got to personally learn from. And I felt like once he gave me the tools that I got from him and Mr. Perry, bro, like it was time to it's time to step out and build a castle, but at the same time continue learning from you.
For sure.
Because man, that's a lot of wisdom over there, bro. Like man, it was free school for me. Like it was free school, and Mr. Perry, bro, he gave a lot of people of color access a lot earlier than we would have gotten anywhere else. Like it's been
That's a blessing right there. That's a blessing.
Major blessing.
So we mentioned a lot about writing. What is it? Something that you have out now that's coming up? I mean,
get to BET Plus ASAP and watch Assisted Living. I did 6 episodes on this current season. I did 4 episodes last season. And one of the most fun projects I worked on is on Tubi right now. It's called The GOAT. Get over to Tubi right now and watch it. It's incredible, man. It's a full game show about motivational speaking. So it's a competition. People came from all over the world, try it out, and they went head to head with motivational speaking. So it's very entertaining. Get to Tubi right now. It's called The GOAT. I directed it and got an incredible opportunity from a good friend of mine, Stevie Baggs. He called and was like, man, we want you to break it for us. I said, bro, it's my pleasure. Diana A. Watley created it. She's also one of the judges on the show. Stevie's a judge. Delapo was gracious enough to produce it. And man, we have fun. Like it's a cool show. Episode 5, I promise you're gonna cry. On episode 5, try to watch episode 5 without crying.
Episode 5 without crying. That's y'all goal that we got. That's the homework we got. And last question, we have Black Writers Weekend. What is something you're trying to gain from this experience?
Oh man, just sharing my journey, everything that I've learned, and Mr. Perry and Mark Swinton and Game Changing Films and a lot of other people opened up doors for me that I know is gifts from God, bro. So, man, wherever he tells me to go, that's where I go, bro. Whatever he tells me to do, that's what I'm doing. So, he told me to come. He set all of this up, man. So I'm following him, man, and he makes it dope.
And where the people can find you at?
You can find me on IG. My IG is my first name, Tyrell, Tyrell, 215-2004. I still hadn't changed it since high school. Like, it's all good. But yeah, you can follow me there. And right now, the biggest project that I'm currently working on is a horror film called Central State. The Ending. We are in pre-production right now. We need a few more investors to hit our goal. And then we're off and running.
We're going to get it.
We got a 90% cast. So it's almost go time on
sure.
that. And when I get that done, it's we off to the races then.
Respect. Thank you, T. So you got Fanil and we got
Ty Crawford.
we out. Peace. So we just finished wrapping up day one of Writers Weekend. I had a great experience. I networked with a lot of people. I talked to so many people to the point where it was like, I'm really in the right field. I'm in the right circle. I know it's confirmation that I'm on the right path. So I want to salute Miss Tamika for putting this event together. Shout out to Tyrell. I interviewed him too. I ain't seen my boy since the fantasy football movie. And I got some interviews in. Y'all gonna see a lot of people come up in the game who I interviewed, and y'all gonna see me coming up in the game too. So this is an awesome day. I enjoyed it. And remember, keep standing their chest, because faith is not an option. Yes, Lord, you shall receive.